Hey target individuals, this is VW, and I just want to show y'all something. I've been getting hit pretty hard lately. I'm going to try and make adjustments with my equipment and all my no baby, yeah, that's my dog. Just want to show y'all something real quick if it's going on. It's 1 o'clock at night. It's 1 o'clock at night. These guys have children. It's 1 o'clock at night. It's 1 o'clock actually 1 o'clock in the morning. This is my neighbor he's the military guy. It's 1 o'clock in the morning and all of his lights are on, and that's how it is every night. I hope y'all can see that. Let me see if y'all can see that on the camera. I'll go closer. So it's 1 o'clock at night. Got all the lights on in the house. This part right here, this window, this is where I saw him. That's where I saw him with one of the shooters that looked like a looks like a speed trap gun kind of. The target on the top. That's where I saw him, in this room. All of their lights are on. They have kids, and it's 1 in the morning. His truck's not even home. He just drives his truck somewhere and then comes back. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's 100% true. He doesn't care. He's made up a fantasy life to go along with this. See their front windows? Every light in the house is on. Every light in the house is on. They have kids. It's Sunday night. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. And all their lights are on. I think there's a way they can cover up their windows and keep the lights on to make it look like, it's dark in their house. I think that's what the Latino side's done. So you can come over here and I'll show you. They're just killing me. They're killing. The ELF is what hurts me the most. It just, basically, it's like a harp weapon just shooting me in the head and burning me in the head. See, these guys, they're doing it and they're up and they're working on it. But you can't see it. They've done something to their windows to make it look like it's like their lights are off. So you can kind of see. And these windows are what they do it from the most. I think what happened, they're not doing the ELF as much right now. They're not doing the ELF so much right now because I think they heard me talking about it and saying, like, I think I know where it is. So I think they've shut it down, and he's going to maybe try and pump it up when I go to sleep. So he's going to shut it down now, so I can't do anything right now about it. But I think I'm going to move my stuff around the house. Like at least one tabletop defender to the other side. It seemed to work a little bit better last night. It seemed to kind of cover more area. They have powerful military stations, remote stations, where they shoot microwave radiation down on U.S. citizens in their houses. And it's happening a lot all over America. They broke the front of my car right here. Actually just cut through the Gorilla Tape. They broke the plastic on it, so I can't really fit it back in. Just little stuff like that. Like my gas tank, it's supposed to have that thing covering the hole, and they took that out. I think they actually siphoned gas. They did it. I think they probably accidentally did it when they were siphoning gas from my car. Because I'll notice if I go to a movie or something, and I've just spent $10 or $5 on gas, that I'll be on empty. I'll be below empty. So they come, especially if I'm somewhere where they're sure I'm going to be there for a while. That's when they do the most violence, or the most, I guess you wouldn't call it violence, you'd just call it, what is it, sabotage your car, vandalism, or whatever. It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the morning, every night. Every night their lights are on, all night long. Every night. So, that wouldn't be happening. If this guy wasn't doing this, his lights would be off. I think his windows are too big to do the trick where it looks like it's dark inside. He may switch it after he sees me doing this. I mean, he's looking through my phone right now at what I'm saying. He's hacked into my computer. He's hacked into my phone. I just sound like a ridiculous, crazy person. that's the joy of this to him, is that I just sound like a crazy person. And he can come out at any time if any problem's happening and just go, I don't know what he's talking, what's going on. So he's a crazy murderer, trying to murder me. And he can just walk out of his house and go, oh, I don't know what's going on. And he's caused all of this. He started it. He's caused all of it. I mean, I've smoked pot in the house. I've smoked pot in this house, and he surveilled that. And I think that's given him a lot of traction to kill me, to murder me. Because I think these guys, they're Masons, or they're part of something that the Masons are doing, even if they're not Masons. Where they think it's like extra legal or extra lawful, and I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to hurt people who use drugs or are sick or something like that. Something's wrong with them, so they are coming in and they're like, well, we're perfect men and we're healthy and we're gonna kill all these aberrations in society. It's exactly what the Nazis did to the Jews. Except the Jews were healthy. They didn't really have to make an excuse. They just saw them as a different species, like they weren't even human. So these guys are saying if somebody's sick or if somebody, takes drugs, and like I've smoked pot a long time, and so they see that and they see that they say that I'm a drug addict. This guy's a drug addict, so we can do whatever we want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we do to him. He's not even human because of that. I guess I want to show y'all. I guess since I'm walking around, they've hurt me so bad. I'm just, who gives a shit, Go outside. This guy across the street, he'll actually yell at me without using microwave hearing. Like across the street, through the bushes, he'll yell at me without even using microwave hearing. He'll be on his porch and he'll be like, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" And his dogs will come out and they'll bark. They found some way, I guess, to get dogs to bark in the neighborhood or something. And I have a dog that barks all the time, so I don't care about that. But and he's gotten this guy to help. I don't know, he may have gotten this house to help. Their lights are all on. He may have moved all the satellite equipment to that house, so I'd have no idea, and it'd be far away from my neutralizers. Their lights are on. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, they're younger people, so they may be partying. I can't prove anything. I can't prove one thing. That's what I'm going to try and do, though. Try and prove some of it. I see a lot of cars when I was driving around tonight, because I think he was hitting it while the iron was hot, while I was being hurt and yelling about it. So I saw a lot of cars with just one light on, like a few cop cars. I think because of my behavior, he's gotten some cops to come back and work on it. I think they're complicit. But if I'm not doing anything, if I'm not saying anything weird or yelling, then they stop being involved, because I'm just, it's like they're wasting their time. But if I yell or something like that, then he can get the cops who are complicit in things like this. I guess they think they're doing the right thing. He can get them to kind of drive around me in a caravan. It doesn't hurt me. I don't care about it. I'm not scared of him anymore. He's a murderer. That 95% is really 100% that they did this to my dad. And when I looked at my dad's eyes when it first happened, when the aneurysm had occurred, it had gotten so bad that it was bleeding on the front of his brain, and he looked at me and he couldn't use words. He couldn't talk. And the guy was hitting me in the genitals with radiation at that time. Like, he didn't miss a beat on it. He hurt my dad that bad and then just kept doing it and didn't feel any emotions about it, didn't back off, not for even a day, and said, look what we did to his dad, we gotta back, what the fuck's going on? Didn't back off for 1 second. These guys don't do that. They keep hitting. That's what military men do. keep hitting the enemy. He keeps hitting the enemy physically and psychologically, and he keeps hitting and keeps hitting and keeps hitting until he can say I'm crazy and put me away. I think the three things that he wants to do, he wants to claim that I'm mentally ill, me act out and get put into a mental institution where they would still hit me remotely. I mean, I don't know where I could go now. Like, this is not something I can escape, because they're hitting me remotely. And they've got thousands, tens of thousands of dollars involved. And, and it has nothing to do with me. I realize that. It has nothing to do with me. It could be anybody. Like, I am a guy who's 33 years old, and it could be any guy just like me. And they would have done it to him. Any pot smoker, I should say. I just don't see pot smoking as that evil. It's like, it helps people's health, and it doesn't hurt anybody. Nobody dies. Like, I just don't understand how that's evil. But he does. He turns that into the most evil thing. And he turns, like, doing stuff in your house. It's sad. This is like the first time on my videos where I've just like stopped talking. I don't need to talk. It's so crazy. I mean, look at this. 1 o'clock in the morning. These lights are on. Lights are on all night, all the time. I don't know what to do. I'm going to get another tabletop defender. The things are so powerful. But he's turning up his signal, and he's got such powerful weapons. They're powerful microwave weapons. And it's like people are joining in because he's ex-military, and it seems like he's made an enemy of me. Just like the Muslim the Muslim culture, Al-Qaeda, anybody like that. They've turned me into a terrorist. But they're the real terrorists. Like, they're the real terrorists shooting microwaves into people's homes. But hey, that's invisible. And if I react, that's visible. They can see that. They're just like, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Sweep him out of here. And like a human being in a home that has nothing to do with them, that would never bother them if they didn't stick their tentacles into my life, it would have nothing to do with them. And they're acting like victims. After my dad had an aneurysm and is going to have to learn how to be himself again. And he wants to give me an aneurysm. He wants to make me brain dead. He's shooting it so hard and heavy tonight. Like in my back, and my spine, and my head. He wants to kill me. He wants to not just kill me. He wants to do, they do more than death. They work on more than death. They want you to live a horrible life, to be brain dead and live inside that. They want more than death for you. They want more evil than that. They want to take your life, make your quality of life horrible and miserable, and just keep doing it, and then feed off of that. They feed off of that trauma. It's trauma-based, ritualistic abuse. I mean, to say it's Satan, like to say it's satanic is like light. That's something light I can say. It's not that heavy to say it's satanic. I guess I'll bring my trash out. It's gonna be a book. I'm making this video because they've hurt the fuck out of me. Excuse my language. And I guess for about a week I had it. For about a week I was comfortable. The microwaves were so dulled down. They may have caused a tingling on the side of my head because they were neutralized so good, but now it's causing pressure. It's like gravity. It's like gravity hitting me and burning my head. These people feel like God's doing it. His lights are on. His window lights are on. It's 1 in the morning. He's a plumber. He has to work. He has to go to work as a plumber. His lights are all on too. It's an all the night activity all the time. And everybody in the neighborhood knows exactly what they need to know just to do their job. Like, he doesn't tell people he's shooting me with microwaves. He tells people I'm crazy and that my reactions are to nothing and they're trying to psychologically screw with me. He's got it. I mean, he's doing it military style. And terrorism, so much terrorism and death. Can't call the cops. The cops will arrest me. Told that I made a video about that. I got the city cop out here. Told him what was going on, and he was like, well, no, I know that guy. My dad was in the Army. That guy's got 2 daughters. That's what my brother said to me, too. My brother, I guess my brother knew about that. Yeah, my brother, I had told my brother about it or something. Or he had been mowing the lawn, and he saw him. And he was like, yeah, that guy has kids. He has daughters. You know, he wouldn't do this. So the guy uses that. I mean, he uses the fact that he has a family. He throws them out in front of him while he does this stuff. It's horrible. Sirens. I don't know. I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if they, you know, he's got policemen on his side. Some of them. I don't know if that's for me. I couldn't tell you. That's why I ignore it. I ignore stuff like that. Like, I saw a guy driving by me with a cigarette and his arm was out the window. And I just kind of looked over at him and he immediately looked away. I don't know if that was for me. I don't know if it was the guy who was, you know, getting a thrill by stalking me or driving around my car. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. It's all just like kind of shadow play. I don't care about the shadow play. I care about ELF and microwave radiation shot to my spine, my head. Yeah, I think people like getting involved. It's fun. It's like a thrill. It's a thrill to kind of, I guess, fuck with people. Most of the people doing it, they're just like, oh, we're just psychologically screwing around with them. They're driving around. They don't know about the hardcore torture while you're sleeping. I think they're just told what they need to hear to kind of get involved on the on another level of it. You know, these guys want to kill me though. I wish he'd just tell that one truth, because he's always like, we need to get him out of here. We need to get him out of here. Not going anywhere. Can't go anywhere. My family has no finances to do that. My dad, we've got to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get him medically better. They did that. I know they did that. But sometimes, I don't know if that's a star. Sometimes I think I see the satellite that they're using to shoot me. I'm not sure about that. So, I mean, that car could have been driving by at 1 o'clock in the morning to psych me out. I don't know. You know, you don't know. I mean, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Who's driving around? Or he could have just gone to a bar, or he could have been in a friend's house. You don't know. He's a neighbor. They watch me tonight drive around all crazy. And see, you hear all the sirens and all those. Who knows? Who knows? You don't know with these people what they're trying to do. Because it's so far afield of me and what I would do. Like I would never get a dog to bark to intimidate somebody. I don't see how the driving around people or the sounds. Okay, yeah, they sensitize you to sound. So then they do the sirens and stuff. So I kind of get that, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand it at all. I'm lost here. I'm alone in my house. And if I call the police, they'll arrest me. And this guy, he's got carte blanche to murder. I don't know. Are we going to look back? Are we going to look back in the history books and say, this was a time when men got microwave equipment and were shooting people in their homes, and it became this big kind of fad? Are we going to do that? Are we going to look back on this and say it, or is it just going to be covered up completely where nobody learns about it? Like where my little videos are just some crazy ranting guy. Listen to that siren. They could be really going to save somebody, or they could be doing it to intimidate me. I'm glad I'm outside doing this, because you can hear. I mean, that's right on the main street that comes by me. Who knows? I don't know. It's funny that it's happening on video though so much, because I never hear it. But you do. I guess you get paranoid. I don't know. I don't get paranoid about that kind of stuff, because he's hurting me so bad with the microwave weapons that you know, it doesn't even matter. It's silly. It's silly when I come across a red light and it turns red, like right when I roll up to it, like almost every time. It's silly. I think I guess they use it because they're trying to show that they're omnipresent. They're trying to show that they've got control over your life. They're tyrants. Like, this guy is a tyrant. He's like a Hitler or a Mao or, somebody who wants to kill people and control things. A tyrant. He's a tyrant. He likes it. He likes the control and the domination. I talked to my post-stress counselor, and she was like, this guy, I think this. I think he was a pretty good man. Didn't really feel much. He's not very emotional, but he had kids and stuff and cared about them. And I think these guys who came and told him to do it, it basically activated him. Like, I think he's a Mason, and he got activated, and he had to do it. He has no choice. He has no choice but to do it. So he can't stop. He has to keep going with it. He has a duty to the Masons more than America. I think that's my theory, because he has 2 daughters. Like, his wife acts like she doesn't even know who he is anymore. Like, So I think he got activated. I don't know. Sometimes think it's like just power that he has that's corrupted him completely. I don't know. I don't care to know. I want to live my own life. See, that's a car that drove by with no lights on. She has no lights. A little suspicious about that. Don't care, but look, no lights. Are her lights just not working, or is she doing that to try and screw with me? I don't know. I mean, my situation's good because I could give a crap. Like, I could give a crap about that stuff. So I'll sit here and watch them do it and record it or whatever for posterity. I don't care about that stuff. I care about them shooting me in the brain with microwaves, which they do tons. It's just like, I guess that was a crazy thing maybe 10 years ago or something, nobody believed you, but now it's like people are starting to listen. She turned her lights on when she got down there. She got down the street, she's coming back, she went down around the curve, she turned on her lights. Yep. So probably so. She's probably a neighbor who's been told that I'm crazy and that they're trying to psychologically screw with me. Probably hasn't heard that I'm being microwaved and like doesn't know the extent of the violence that this guy is using. But yeah, that was probably somebody. They don't know the whole score. They're just like, this neighbor's crazy, and we've got to do this. This is a program way that we can make him scared and paranoid and get him out of his house. I just want to record it all. I think I'm a good case because I'm not really, like, I'm a smart guy. I'm pretty strong. The microwaves that they're shooting at me, like when I'm sleeping, it screws me up. I mean, I sleep longer. I get concussed and stuff like that. But the people, like, I think what he believes, I think this is what he believes. I'll end it off with this. I think what he believes that's going to happen is he can shoot me in the head with the microwaves, and then I'm somehow going to get more paranoid, and then he can send the people out to drive around me and stuff like that. I think he really believes that about humans, that they're going to go a certain way, that he just his preordained thinking about, how humans work. And he has no idea how humans work. He's a murderer. He has no clue. No clue about it. Just no clue. Make my dad brain dead. They have no clue about how much retard strength that puts into my spirit, how much retard strength it puts into me to keep making these videos and keep showing y'all and showing people who don't know about it what this is. And it activates a lot of people want to participate, and they especially want to participate if I act out. Then he's got proof that, I'm dangerous or whatever. It's horrible, horrifying, more horrifying than what the Nazis did. And I'll say that just with straight conviction. I'm not upping it. I'm not dramatizing it. It is worse than what the Nazis did. And they have equipment that can kill a lot of people and imprison a lot of people. I think a lot of times what they do is they try and shoot it at places like my legs or my sides, so they can kind of hide it and do some damage, and I won't know about it, so I won't respond to it. But I'm pretty smart. I know what's going on with my body. And I'm an American citizen trying to defend my life. Right now, you got this guy. He's the ringleader, organizer. And you got the plumber guy who's shooting poison in the neighborhood into this guy's house. And you got the Latino family right here who's helping. So I've got 3 houses around me. They're moving around the equipment. It's hell. It's hell, and it's like I'm in hell, and they're demons, and they're just torturing me. That's what it feels like sometimes. And I just made some videos where I was like, I got it, you know. I got them. You know, they're not hurting me anymore. I had neutralized it, but look at all the space he has. He has this guy's house. Maybe these people, maybe they've been dragged into it, heard me yelling, and they're helping him now. Who knows? I don't know. They could have moved the satellite station to the lady who lives next to him. They could have backed it up to get it further away. I have to look at all the options. I can't say I definitely know. I have to make theories, and then I have to work off my theories to try and stay alive. Just to try and stay alive. And this is an American neighborhood. I'm in America. I am in America. I'll tell you all that. I don't want to say where I am. I don't want to give details. I don't want to give this guy's name or my name. But I am in America. I'm in an American neighborhood. I'm in a more conservative state, a very conservative state. I'm not in California, you know, but I'm in America. I'm in an American neighborhood, and people are participating in the murder of Americans based off basically the organization of an ex-military man. The military told me that they can't really handle it because he is ex-military. He's not in the military. So they can't help me. And there's the same lady who had no lights on. She's driving back out of her driveway. She just drove in her driveway and she's driving back out. Turn on her lights. She turns on her light when she gets down the street. She turns them off when she's on the street. That's weird. Yeah. I mean, I don't care. It's not. I mean, see, these people, what they do is they do this stuff and they feel cool. They feel like they're part of a group. They feel like, you know, they're doing something good. Hey, this guy's crazy, and we're making him crazier by driving around and making him paranoid. You know, they get a thrill off of it. I know that. I don't understand it because I'm a different kind of person. I'm built differently, where that would horrify me. And if I saw people doing this, I would try and convince them not to do it. I'd be like, stop. That's what his wife does. She's like, just stop. Get away from him. Stop it. But she's just one voice against like a bunch of people who want to kill. And so it doesn't really work. The mob just takes over. And I think she worries about her kids being involved in this. Like, she worries about him. She worries about the guy who's killing me, you know. Trying to save his life too. Trying to save my life. Trying to save his life. She's the only one who knows everything that's going on. She can't, man. I don't know. Like, I would just tell her, just join him. Just say, yeah, so you don't have to fool with it, because he's not going to stop. But people really believe in stuff. Like, good people. She's one person in a bunch, and she's a good people just do it. They fight against it no matter what. That's amazing. It's amazing. People like that. And my dad was the person I could go to talk to about it all. Now he's got brain damage. He can't talk to me about this. You know, he's different about it. He believed me, but now he has different emotions where, you know, I've talked to him about it, and he's just like, you just need to chill out. You know, he's a different person. He can't help me. And I don't fault him for that at all. I don't fault him for what he's going through or what he says to me. I don't fault my brother for not giving me the money. He doesn't believe it's going on. But, you know, this guy thinks he's a soldier, ex-military or whatever. I'm a soldier too. This can't happen in American society. This is the worst I've seen. This is the worst kind of violence I've seen. I've got to at least document. I'm going to document it all the time. I'm going to get my camera to work and document it all the time. They've hurt me so bad They've taken so much from me. Money, just my mom's life is so bad. You'll see her personality is that when she gets stressed out, she washes dishes, she fixes things, she cleans things. And this Saturday she was like uprooting her garden and uprooting plants and moving them. I mean, it's just that's a signal of her personality, that she is so overwhelmed. And she was just stripping her garden and, you know, really working hard, really like getting a sweat and just working all day. And that's how she handles things. So they've done that to my mom, you know. Made my dad brain damage. I mean, they made my dad in a wheelchair. He's still amazing. He still miraculously got out of it. I mean, I hope that's God involved in it. I know that's God involved in it. I believe in God. Here's the same car that lady. She's kind of thinking about driving down here. They just do it too openly. It's too, like when somebody's doing it, it's just too obvious, you know. It's not anything to get excited about or paranoid about. Alright, I'm going to end this video. It's been 30 minutes and I'm just standing outside, but I'll be making a lot more videos and just uploading them and documenting what's going on. I've heard like about 6 sirens as I've been standing outside. And I don't think they know I'm recording it, so they're just, you know. I don't know what it's all about. I have no idea. It's like this big cloud of blackness facing me. I've never seen something like this. No one will help me. I'm the crazy person. They're murdering me and defaming me and calling me crazy while they torture me in my sleep. And it's a bunch of people around me just complicit in it. I've never, like in 1990, this would never have happened. One of these people around here would have said, stop this. Or the guy wouldn't have felt confident enough to get them to help. Like in 1990, this guy would have just done it on his own. He would have had the equipment on his own, and he wouldn't have told anybody in the neighborhood because he would not have felt that assured. But he may have kind of worked with these people and kind of, you know, seen, okay, are they going to go along with it? Are they not going to go along with it? So he had a lot of time where it was just him and one person at the Latino's house doing it. Light's still on all night. They'll be on all night. He's tired. He's tired. And he's been working hard. And he's sitting at a microwave radiation shooter station and just probably got my head on some kind of mapping. You know, he's also looking through my eyes with remote neural monitoring. He's hooked into my life. His tentacles are in my life. He's just feeding off of it for 2.5 years. Those guys at the apartments got it going. They were getting it going. They got it started up. They ramped it up to something that they could continue and get better weapons. Slowly. I mean, it was 4 years. 4 years, and this past half a year, I'd say, is the most pain. Is the ELF, where it just busts up my muscles. It burns my nervous system. And that's only been the last half a year, and it's been going on for 4 years. So it ramps up really slowly. You know, they do just psychological. Like I told you, it started with this old guy at an apartment, and I would walk by his window, and he'd shut his blinds, and then or he'd turn on the sink when I walked into the bathroom because he was surveilling me. He probably had that equipment to EMF or do whatever, but he was surveilling me and watching just any kind of private thing I did, you know, to make me look bad, getting it all on tape, and then doing crazy stuff, you know. And I remember, like, he was turning the sink on when I'd go into the bathroom, listen to all those sirens, and I remember, like, he would do that in the bathroom, and I got so mad about it, you know. I was so upset. I was like, he's looking through my wall, or he's listening to me in my room, you know. I didn't know how he was doing it. I was upset, and it's gone to people shooting burning radiation at the sides of my head and in my groin and my back, you know, really hurting me, like murdering me. like making me sick. Like, so I woke up at 8. I wasn't able to, help my family with my dad today. So it's ramped up from really petty psychological stuff to just complete terrorism and baking people in their houses. I mean, just baking them. So, alright, I'm going to turn off the video. I'm pretty depressed. I don't have a good message. I don't have an uplifting message tonight. And I guess that sometimes we're going to have to deal with that as targeted individuals. We're not going to feel peppy. We're not going to feel pepped up. Because these guys are hitting us with microwave radiation that pretty much destroys our brains. It hasn't killed me yet, and I think I can heal up. I just keep thinking it. Keep thinking that. Let's just keep thinking positively. Be little Wolverines. Just heal up from what they're doing to us. Get away from it. I don't know how to get away. They hit me in my car and everywhere. So I know that when I'm in my enclosure, they hit me the least. But I had it. I had it. They were all on this wall. I put all the emitters on this wall, his house, for like 2 days. For like 2 or 3 days. I guess he kept trying to get through it, but couldn't. And then I think he made a decision to move the equipment. I'm just not sure where. I'm not sure what house he's getting to help him, because it's probably these guys think I'm crazy. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including him. There's probably 5 houses around here who would help him and just be like, "Oh, he's crazy. Yeah, we'll do this for you. We'll do this for the military." They probably actually say that. They're probably like, "Well, you're from the military. We'll help you." But stay strong. I love you guys. God bless you. Say a prayer for me. I'll say a prayer for you. I'll say a prayer for all you guys. This is what I'm doing now. I'm going to try. Like, everybody in my family's like, "Well, you need to get a job. The film industry is the biggest in this area. You need to. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you doing that?" And they fault me. If I tell them about this, I'm faulted. It's just mental illness or laziness, or I just have a big imagination. And these people are just like, "He's got to go." They've hurt me so bad, hurt my dad in ways that it's just like unimaginable if you did that to a human being. And he's done it. He's done it, and he doesn't care. These people think driving around by me is going to do something. I don't get it. I guess he has to keep that going, though. He has to keep the drive and stuff, because he's like, "Oh, this guy's crazy, and we're getting him out of his house, so you got to drive by." And then he tells them this is all that they're doing, is driving by and blah, 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 while he shoots invisible microwave radiation at my skull and my spine and when I sleep, So he tells people, he's a liar. He's a very good liar. I know that. Just by listening to microwave hearing and seeing how many people are on his side. And I'm just a human being who wants to live in his house, for real. For real. I don't want to hurt anybody. The least violent person probably in this neighborhood. That's who they go after. They go after people who will try and do the right thing. And I'm thinking about not doing the right thing anymore, because I don't want to tell y'all, no, that's wrong. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try and do this by the book. But if they're trying to kill me, and I'm an American citizen dying in my home, the right thing is to defend my life. And I'll say that, and people cannot believe me about what's going on or whatever, but I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Don't you guys do that. Try everything else. Leave your house, do everything else. But I don't have anywhere to go, so I don't know. I take that back. I have a lot. I have more tricks up my sleeve. I have more technology, but this, like me doing this, it really hurts. It hurts people believing in the technology that I've got. It really does work. So it really does. If you don't have a lot of houses that are willing to take the equipment and move it around, and you know the exact point where it's coming from, it really does work. So I don't want to make y'all think he doesn't. He's hurt me pretty bad. He's got some people helping always. Gotta be smarter. We just gotta be smarter. We gotta keep trying. We gotta keep trying to find technology that'll save our lives. Hopefully I can do a video soon where I've fixed it and kind of got it to where it's not hurting me. I'm pretty sure they put something somewhere where the neutralizers won't affect it though. Alright guys, well, yeah, those are the yappy dogs from the plumber guy next door. They come out, they just yap. I don't know if he's doing that to try and do something to me or if they just do it. I don't know. Don't care about that. Alright, I'm going to stop the video now. I've made 2 depressing videos because they've clobbered my ass with ELF. And I'm just the crazy guy, you know. Nobody will help me. I've gotten it to a point where people are actually going to arrest me if I call them. So I don't know what my options are, but I'm going to think of some more options. I'm smart, and I'm going to tell y'all kind of what I've done. Stuff, I mean, if I didn't have my shielding, if I didn't have those neutralizers, I think I would maybe have an aneurysm or something right now, because they've got very powerful stuff. It really sucks. It's demonic and satanic. Alright, I'll make more videos. I'm going to try and fix this. I'm going to try and at least tone this down, you know, what they're hitting me with in the head. And they'll do it in the top of my head too. It hits the top of my head and I'll just feel pressure and burning. It feels like you're living in more gravity because you're kind of pushed down to the ground. And they on the microwave, they just yell and scream for murder. They want murder to happen. You know, I've got to go or something like this. And it's been for 2 years they've taken all my rights away. Made my dad brain damage. You know, made us spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on that. The guy doesn't have any feelings about it at all. He wants to go further. He wants to go further, mutilate people, mutilate their bodies, mutilate them when they sleep. It is like Nazi Germany, and I'm a Jew. It really is. I've watched it over the years how people get drawn into it, and they get drawn into it, and they'll never ever say anything else. They'll never make another decision. They're in it, and they want to murder this guy, and that's it. And that's why I kind of studied cults a little bit in Scientology, which I actually saw Scientology advertising on my YouTube channel, which was disgusting. I started screaming because of it. But it's like a cult. It's like they can't make any other decision. Once they're in, once they're murdering people, that's it. That's it. There are some people who they can't be cultified. Their brains can't be like pulled into it and washed, and I hate it for them. I hate it for them because they don't like living in this horrible war in this neighborhood. But alright, I'll talk to you guys later, hopefully when I've done a better job. It's just so weird. It's like oh, I'm comfortable, I've actually fixed it and figured it out, and now they're fucking they're getting me real bad, just real bad with the ELF. Maybe if I wouldn't have said anything on the videos or said anything to them, you know, they wouldn't have known and they would have moved it back to where it was. So I make mistakes. Like, I'm one guy and I'm getting roasted, so I can't really be a master strategist. People are dying, people are getting killed. Like, and I can't do anything about it, and they're in charge. The murderers, the people who are murdering people are in charge. Alright guys, good luck in your situation. I hope you're doing better than me right now. I've got so much shielding and so much stuff that has worked. This guy, he's either turned up the frequency, moved stuff around. He does a lot. He works on it all the time. So when I have a bit of peace, like I was sitting at the nursing home and I had total peace, no pain, no ELF shooting down at my brain. I felt light and airy, and I was laughing, making jokes with my dad. And I knew it in my head. I said, this is temporary. I said, this is temporary. I said, enjoy it while you can, Kyle. I just said my name. That's my first name, Kyle. I said, enjoy it while you can, because these guys are working 24 hours a day to get through what you got and to hurt you. I was right. Alright, I know this is a depressing message. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to be so depressing. I'll fix it. You know, this is just part of it. This is part of it, them getting through the stuff, the aluminum polyester, the tabletop emitters, the personal defenders, the plugs from Altair that cost $50. They work. It works. If I didn't have those, I would be in a lot more pain. They may have killed me by now. Like, and I'm not being dramatic. I'm not trying to scare anybody or saying, but they may have killed me by now. And the guy would have done it. You know, it's like the worst. It's like the most evil I've come across in my life, and it's right in my face every day. I live in it. I live in a war where guys are just joining it. They're just lining up to. Can we stalk him? Can we do anything to help you guys to get him out of his house? And there's no going back. Like, there's no going back on it. I can't live in peace. Like, while I'm in this house, and maybe for the rest of my life, even not in this house, I may never have peace. I may completely be in a virtual torture chamber where these guys can just fuck me up 24 hours a day. You know, I said F the Masons to the guy, so he may show it to his Mason Brotherhood, and I may, you know, a bunch of people in the city could turn on their satellite setups and just murder me, and nobody know about it. Nobody know. You know how dangerous that is? That is so dangerous. I mean, the Nazis had to go to the Jews' doors with guns. These guys can just shoot through your house wherever they are in the city. I mean, they can kill people. They can kill a lot of people. This is all true. And the people who are targeted individuals, you know what I'm saying is true. You know what I'm saying is true, and it's a nightmare. It's a bigger nightmare than just me and this guy in this neighborhood. It's a bigger nightmare than that. And they'll deny that. The people that are doing this will say, he doesn't know what he's talking about, it's just one situation. But they're doing this all over America and the world. Alright, VW out, Vulcan Wolverine out. Please email me or you know, leave your information in an email. I want to do something where we can maybe get some electronic signatures from all of us, because I have 5,000, 6,000 views on my channel, so there are people out there who want to do something about this. And if we could all somehow electronically figure it out, electronic signatures to send to our senators in every state, it could maybe work. I guess that's what I've got to focus on. I really want to stop this guy. I want to defend my life. I mean, maybe even, and I don't want to say this is not the way to do it. Yeah, I'm not even going to mention that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to harm anybody. I'm not going to harm myself. So I've got to just turn this into maybe a big way to help us all. And I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that. I've said things to him, like I've screamed things that are like, I'm going to fucking kill you, man. I'm going to have to defend my life. You're murdering me. So he's got that all on tape, you know. And he's going to, as a military guy, he's going to be like, well, he's going to try and kill me. So he's created a big, just a dark situation. So dark. Like, I remember the first days of it where I was like, you lose, man. I got your EMF to stop. And I just had the plugs, and it was just that. And it was kind of funny. It kind of had a funny feel to it, you know. It was like, nobody was really dying. I was just on the ground getting tortured. I couldn't sleep. So it was kind of funny. It was just like, oh, you know, you're trying to do this. And then it's turned so dark, and people have gotten brain damage. My dad has. So many people's finances have been wrecked. People are in, it's a horrible, horrible situation. I've watched it just increase, and that's what he does. That's what these guys do, you know. Just every day they work on it a little bit more, so it's not surprising to the people around them. You know, the people around them kind of eat it. They kind of keep eating the shit because they do it slowly. All right, I'm gonna say goodnight to you guys. Maybe try and work on some stuff. Getting this stopped. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm gonna try. Hopefully I'll be doing some videos where I'm comfortable again. It's really like a war. I shouldn't make video, and I don't know if I said, oh, I've got them, you know, I've got it for good. I don't know if I've ever said that, but if you do, if you get some comfort, I hate saying things like this, but if you get some comfort really enjoy it, really help people, really laugh and joke, and enjoy your life if you ever get respite from it. Because these guys, they work on it. You know, if you do fix it or you do neutralize it, they know what you're doing because they're hooked into your life. They're hooked into what you're doing. So just try and enjoy your life if you have a respite. I did. I remember that day. It was one day when it was just the best it had been. And I said it in my head. I was laughing and making jokes and just like happy. And I was like, enjoy this, Kyle, because this guy is working on it. I mean, I could hear him on the microwave here, and like, does he hear it? Blah blah blah. And they're all working on it. And there's 4 or 5 houses probably around me now working on it. You know, the 3 houses that are right around me, I always say they're working on it, but there are houses that are past that little ring that are also helping too. You know, it just spreads like a disease. The lies about me. Alright. Well, I mean, I'm not scared of it. I'm only... The pain hurts. Like, the pain of the ELF hurts. I'm not scared of people driving around or whatever. They feel good about it. I mean, they're just like... It's the best thing ever to turn off their headlight and just... They're like, dude, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll never get it. I'll never get this. Just murder and creepy stalking. Stalking has become cool. Like, stalking has become cool in America. It's like, hey, we're fucking with that guy, that one guy. We're ruining his life, making sure he can't do anything. And it's cool to them. They love it. All right, but I will talk to you guys later. VW out. Live long and prosper. God bless all you guys. Try and shield yourselves. Please shield yourselves. It knocks it down a lot. And especially if you have somebody who's going to keep trying to turn it up to really hurt you, you need a shield. You just do. You need a shield. It's not whatever. It works. You know, it works. It just depends on how strong the frequency they're sending to you is. I love you guys. Say a prayer for me. I'll say a prayer for you guys. God bless. Just say a short little prayer. God, please take care of us all tonight and while we sleep. You know, bless our lives even though this is happening. Give us ways out of it. Help us and maybe help turn the hearts of the people who are doing it to us. Just watch over us all. Sing over us. Give us peace. Even if it's not permanent peace, give us peace at times where we can pull ourselves together so that we can jump back into the fight when we need to. You know, hopefully most of us can get some neutralizers that can really just neutralize it for good. In Jesus' name, by the blood of Jesus, please cover us all. Cover us all and help miracles to happen so we can regain control of our lives and help our families. Just, you know, clean up the damage that's been done to our lives so far. In Jesus' name, by the blood of Jesus, bless everybody who's watching this video. Bless every targeted individual who's struggling out there. Bless them all. Please, in the name of Jesus, please send your arms around them to comfort them and to help them sleep and feel comfort or know what to do to stop whatever their attackers are doing. Just bless everybody, please, and take care of them. Just hold them in your arms. We know we're held in your hands, and we know there's a reason for it. In Jesus' name, please just give us strength. All right, amen. Amen, guys. And I'll see you in further videos. Love you all. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, I hope you're doing good. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.